sometimes, right, the best cooking happens, after you bring the water to a boil, okay? And then you turn down, and as you pour in stuff, right, that you're going to actually cook and eat, okay, you got to turn down the flame and you got to let the stuff simmer, right? And I think that's how the song was from beginning to end. It was just, like what, 5, 6 minutes just simmering. Um, but that's your best stuff, right? Because that's where the flavor's coming out, right? That's where the real cooking is happening. The magic is happening right in that pot during that time. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg. I'm going to react to a song request made on my Ko-fi site by Bob. Bob is a longtime patron of my channel and the Ko-fi site. What is Ko-fi? Check out below, the link below. You can actually make a guaranteed request. Well, you can definitely guarantee your request, and I'll guarantee that I'm going to make it. I'm going to react to it. Anyway, so Bob is requesting the Durutti column. I hope I didn't maul that name. Durutti. So the Durutti column. That's what I'm going with. And the song is "The Missing Boy." So as you can tell, I'm not familiar with the name of the band, and I'm definitely not familiar with the name of the song. So without further ado, let me jump into "The Missing Boy."
The guitar sounds like what was Peter Murphy's band from years ago? The Church. The Church. I'm waiting for a response. Maybe people out there nodding their heads now. The Church, I think. Milky Way, Under the Milky Way. Under the Milky Way tonight. I don't know. That guitar sounds a little bit or a lot like the guitar in that song. All right, cool. Anyway, this is cool. Let me start from the beginning. Yeah. Right? I mean, not the whole line, just the sound of it. I love the piano. I'll try to make this my last stop. It also has it also sounds a little bit like well, the vocals are a little bit like Ian Curtis, and I guess a little bit of a Joy Division sound. I think that kind of like as the music is kind of swirling around and the vocals are kind of like that sort of slow paced, low key. I don't know. It's got a Joy Division feel too to it. It's This is interesting, and I see 1981 in the title, so there's no guessing as to what year this is. um, wow, I never heard a song before at all. Yeah, I like this. All right, let's continue. I'll try to write it out.
Shapes to compose, shadows of
I love
floating.
the drums. Cool drum beat.
A dream is better, dissolves into softness. But the end is always the same. Like a dead man in the dirt, like a rusty can in the ground. I don't believe in stardom, machinery in action, full of experts, same old order, same old order, same old order. There was a boy I almost knew, a glance exchanged made me feel good, leaving some signs, now a legend.
That was hypnotizing. Absolutely. Let me gather my thoughts together on that, on this song. and I will talk with everyone on the other side.
So it definitely was hypnotizing. Uh, kind of put you into that trance kind of thing. I was also thinking, um, at some point during the song, there was no, and this is not a complaint, but there was no like bang, right? Um, Anywhere in the song. I thought it might be building up to something, but there was no like boom, like it's just building and then just came in crazy. It wasn't that kind of song. Um, at some point I figured out it was like, sometimes, right, the best cooking happens, after you bring the water to a boil. Okay. And then you turn down, and as you pour in stuff, right, that you're going to actually cook and eat, okay, you got to turn down the flame and you got to let the stuff simmer, right? And I think that's how the song was from beginning to end. It was just, like what, 5, 6 minutes just simmering. Um, but that's your best stuff, right? Because that's where the flavor's coming out, right? That's where the real cooking is happening. The magic is happening right in that pot during that time. It was just, a lot of simmering, and that's cool. Um, that yeah, the guitar sounded a lot like, I think, the Church. I wrote it down when I kind of like was like, what is that band that Peter Murphy was in? I think it's the Church, right? Um, and under the Milky Way tonight. So that guitar that was prominent throughout the song, in this song, it just resembled that. So we'll see. Let me know what you think on that one. Um, and but that was really cool. Oh, and then also Ian Curtis. The vocals a little bit, but with his vocals, kind of the low, sort of low key singing, didn't really sound completely like him, but it resembled him, I think. But definitely like the low key style and approach was more, when I think about Ian Curtis, and Joy Division. Yeah. Had also the music of this song also resembled a bit of the Joy Division. So I might be wrong on that. People might be throwing, stuff at me right now and saying, you're wrong on both accounts. But these are the bands and stuff that's jumping out of my head as this song was going on. So we'll see. Let me know what you think. But yeah, this is really cool stuff. I think there was so much going on. Well, there really was. I mean, everything was kind of subtle. The piano notes that was sort of dropping in, subtle. Um, the bass, there was some bass playing going on. That was cool. But what I mean subtle, like, they were just, nothing was kind of overpowering. They were just kind of like sprinkled in, coming in here and there. As the song went on, I think more than halfway through, the piano started actually sort of stepping up, right, from the background, and more into, okay, I'm going to take over for a while. And I think after that, then there was some. Oh, I think there was, to me, I think that there was a real piano, someone playing on a real piano, and then also on the keys. Now, of course, you could, be playing a keyboard, and also just, and one of the sound effects is just a traditional piano sound. So that could have been that too. But it sounded like that maybe somebody was actually playing on a real piano, and then they were trading off with a keyboard sound. So who knows? But yeah, because then later in the song, there was like, sounded like also there was like keys that were coming in with the bass, and they were sort of trading off each other. There was like a little bit of intense sort of part right there. Um, it just all sort of fit, it all kind of, they all had their sort of places in the song, that was just making the song really interesting at the beginning to end. So I really like this song. I know nothing about this band, and so I pulled up some information, just pulled it out of wiki, and I didn't go into anything. The Durutti column, I hope it's not Durutti or Durutti. I'm going with the duh sound because that's really me. Duh. Uh, the Durutti column, according to Wiki, English post-punk band formed in '78. Yeah, I knew it was a while back. Usually that's part of the mystery, right? When you react to a song, like, when was it made? This sounds retro. It sounds whatever. Well, in the title on the video, it definitely said 1981. So there was no really guessing on that. The band is a project of guitarist and occasional pianist Vinnie Riley, who is often accompanied by Bruce Mitchell on drums and Keir Stewart on bass, keyboards, and harmonica. They were among the first acts signed to Factory Records by label founder Tony Wilson. So this is Wiki, um, and it goes into 1978 and the early lineups. I'm not going to really go into it. It's kind of got a lot of information. How did they come up with their band name, though? And I'm just looking at it really quick. I don't want to waste time. And so it's saying the name was derived from a misspelling of the Durutti column, which was an anarchist military unit in the Spanish Civil War, and named after, I'm not, Bonaventura Durutti. So I think that was the unit name in the Spanish Civil War. Okay, how interesting. Um, wow, got to give the guys props to just, how to even know that, just pull that out. It's fascinating, some of these band names. So are they current band? Wow, look at all the past members. Wow. Okay. And are they still, they're present. Okay. Origin, Greater Manchester. Okay. Another Manchester band. Okay, cool. Mancunians, what do you think about this band? And I'm scrolling down and I see Joy Division. Wow. Wow. Was I really right on that? I mean, you're not right or wrong, but obviously there's some sort of connection. This song is a tribute to songwriter Vin Riley's friend and label mate Ian Curtis of Joy Division. Wow. Okay. So I was not off at all. It's a tribute to him. That's wild. And Ian actually committed suicide in the previous year, right? 1980. It wasn't 81 that he passed away. It was 80. Okay. So when they say tribute, like definitely the sound, right? So it validates what I was saying before. That's cool. But what about the lyrics now? Because I pulled up some lyrics, and like, was it the music that was a tribute to him, or was it also like what he was writing about? So the lyrics: there was a boy, I almost knew him. A glance exchanged made me feel good, leaving some signs, now a legend. Okay, this sounds like he's writing this about Ian. Leaving some signs, now a legend. The dream was wrought, where thoughts were heard, lovers reserved from previous times. And it goes on, like a dead bird in the dirt. Wow. Like a rusty can on the ground. I don't believe in stardom. Machinery and actions, full of experts, full of experts. Same old order. Repeats that 2 more times. And then watch with obsession some accident of beauty, try to capture as the light begins to fail, shapes to compose, shadows of frailty. The dream is better, dissolves into softness, but the end is always the same. So again, just going back again, watch with obsession some accident of beauty, try to capture as the light begins to fail. Right? So whatever was going on with Joy Division and Ian Curtis's life, and there was a lot of turmoil there. But what they were producing though was like kind of magic. It was magical, that album, and that music right before he passed away. And just it's fleeting. As he says, you try to capture it as the light begins to fail, shapes to compose, shadows of frailty. The dream is better, right? The dream, right? To actually what you want to produce, the music you want to create, where you want to go with it, right? Um, Maybe even like the fame and fortune and all like that goes with that. But the dream is better because in the end, the reality, it's just too much. And Ian Curtis is gone. Um, that's what I get out of these lyrics here. Dissolves into softness, but the end is always the same. Wow. These are heavy lyrics. Like a dead bird in the dirt. So this repeats again. I don't believe in. Okay, so repeats again. I guess it's that chorus. And then the last verse, there was a boy. I almost knew him. A glance exchanged made me feel good, leaving some signs, now a legend. So tells me that if this song is really, really true, um, then they didn't know each other, but they kind of knew of each other. Let me know what you think about this band, about this song. Um, what does the song mean to you? This band is still around. So what is that next Durutti column? Am I getting the name right? So please let me know. But what is that next song that I should react to? And in the meantime, I hope to see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music.